Hello everyone, this is Martin. Welcome back to another weekly video. I'm going to be sharing with you some terrific winning trade ideas for this coming week, November 26th to the 30th. We are headed into December after this week, and I'm sure for many of you from around the world, you're looking forward to the Christmas holiday season. So we've still got a lot of work to do for at least next couple of weeks before you can relax. Now, last week, some of my winning trades, they amounted to more than 200 pips. This is what you could have made. I'll be sharing some of those trades from last week with you as well. And if you need any more information, don't forget to email me. Say hi. If you like my videos, if you like my weekly videos, or you want to say anything, or you want to share some information about your trading background, give me an email at mskyj007@gmail.com. Okay, now we're going to get on to the disclaimer. I always talk about the risk disclaimer. It's the weekly videos I produce are for educational purposes. I want you to remember that. I'm not giving you any investment advice. Even though I give you some pretty good signals each and every week. I mean, for the most part, I've been able to muster 200, 300, 400 pips every single week for at least a year and a half now. So if you like what I'm doing, that's great. But remember, view the video at your own risk. Okay, here we go. We're at the Euro USD daily chart, and for this week I just want to go over some very simple information with you. A lot of you don't even know how to read the charts properly or know how to anticipate a trade, but I use what's called the easy read charts. They're color coded. You can see right here we have pink below blue. When you have pink below blue, we're primarily looking for what's called sell trades, okay? And this is for the conservative traders. I mean, aggressive traders either look for counter trend trades or they look to get in early without a lot of confirmation. They may be just using price action, just looking at the candles or support and resistance levels, and that's okay. But I'm trying to show you what I do to help you become a better trader. And you can see here, this is what happened last week. You can take a look last week to the right side of this red arrow, okay, right over here. These are the trading candles for every single day last week, and you can see we basically went up just a wee bit, came down, and now we're coming down even further. Okay, so for this week I'm looking for sells below 113.17. Okay, that would be what I'm looking for on the sell side. For buys, I'd only be confident price went up here above 114.33. Okay, so I believe price is going to roll over, and I believe the Euro USD pair is going to be coming down. Again, here you can see this blue line. Price on Friday here, this is Friday's candle, broke below the trend line, and we had a big bearish candle which actually closed below the previous swing low right there. So I see further action to the downside. Okay, now we're going to move on to the next pair, and if you're following my videos on a weekly basis, you know I'm going to be talking about the British Pound USD. There it is right there. Let me just bring that into focus. Okay, so this is what we're doing for this week, for this pair, the British Pound USD, and you can see I've got three price levels. So last week you can see what happened. Price bounced, had a big bounce off this support line here, the support trend line, bounced up, down a bit. It's we had this big momentum candle on Thursday. Do you see this big white candle? That's a big momentum candle. I kind of see prices going sideways, but for an aggressive sell, you could look at price to come up a bit, and you may want to go down to a lower time frame chart, like a 4-hour or 1 hour if you're trading intraday. Wait for price to go back higher. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Wait for price to come higher and then come back down again below 128.26. That's for an aggressive sell. The conservative traders are waiting for price to come down here, break the trend line, and look for sells below 127.60. And of course, to the upside here, look for buys above 128.86. Okay, so moving along to Australian USD, we had this is what happened. Look to the right side of this red line. We have green above blue all of a sudden. You can see that green above blue, which means we're basically looking for buy trades. And this is what conservative traders are looking for. So, I mean, if you're really super conservative, you want to wait for a breakout of price above this previous swing high, right? But take a look to the left side. We have been in a downtrend, okay, downtrend. All of a sudden, with this huge candle, this showed you a huge momentum swing to the upside. Buyers are in control. That's what that means. They brought price higher, price down, price higher. There was a perfect, beautiful entry right there. I talk about this in my new course, Forex Success in 5 weeks. We also have green above blue. Okay, so now right now price went up again, price is down, and you know what? I'm looking for buys above 0.7258 to the upside. To the downside, I'd only be interested if price broke this previous swing low right here, and then look for sells below 0.7176. Okay, let's take that off the charts. We're going to look at gold. Gold has been in a long, here's a channel, long trending bullish channel. Okay, and let me bring in my drawing tool. You can see we've had previous swing lows here, a big bounce higher last week. It's kind of just going sideways, so you want to wait to see what happens. You're waiting for gold to come and break above here or break below there. Again, if price breaks below there, take a look. Most likely you'll bounce right back above here on this trend line. This is dynamic support, and again, if price goes higher, look at this. Here's your first target right there. Okay, first target. Your second target would be here. Okay, that's your second target. And so that's pretty easy. Look for a breakout either to the upside or to the downside. We have green above blue, so the conservative trader looks for buys, buy trades only. The aggressive trader is always looking to counter trend and wait for trades to the downside. Okay, so now we move on to the New Zealand USD. This was a good winning trade for me last week. I did mention, you can go back to last week's video, I had an aggressive sell below 0.6838, 0.6838, which is right about there. Let me just mark that in. Okay, and aggressive sell, so that would have been good for 48 pips last week, and now it looks like the bears have taken control. The bears represent the sellers, guys, and take a look right over here. Okay, so I'm looking for a sell here below 0.6761. That would be an aggressive sell. Your target would be here. Okay, well, first target, you see the swing low, but that this big important moving average line is moving higher, and also we have green above blue, the dividing section between the green and blue. That's also support, major support right there. So if price breaks below here, below 0.6761, you could expect price to come down to about there. However, conservative traders are looking for sells below. They're waiting for price to come below 0.6694. So that's the conservative trader. The aggressive trader looking for sell here. And then for the upside, buyers are looking to take trades above 0.6826. Okay, so those are your levels for the New Zealand USD. Now we move to US CAD. I want to talk to you briefly about this one. This one was a big winner last week for me. I mentioned in my last week's video, buy above 131.84. Okay, let's take a look. 131.84. which was about there. Now, this was a good valid trade setup. So I'll tell you why. Look what happened last week to the right side of this red vertical line, okay? Right there to the right side. On the Sunday, Monday trading, right here, we had a small white bullish candle, however, did not close above the speed line, okay? And placing a buy stop at my level of buy above 131.84, that would have caught, you would have entered a trade on Tuesday, because from here, Sunday, Monday, price closed there, price opened here, went down a bit, and then shot up like crazy on the Tuesday. You would have gotten in there, and guess what, guys? How many pips was that good for? How about 121 pips? So that was the big winner of last week. For this week, I'm looking for buys above 132.63, sells below 131.60. Now, again, let's take this off. What do we have here? Green. Green above blue means we're looking for buy trades only, okay? So the easy read charts makes this very easy. So if you have no idea what you're doing and you want to keep things really, really simple and you don't really want to, learn a lot more about price action or fundamentals or price patterns that some of the other educators out there want to teach you, because things can get quite complicated. Quite simply, look for green above blue. You're looking for a buy trade, and what you're doing is waiting for the pullback, which we have in these two black candles. Then on Friday we had a big up candle, and if you're an aggressive trader, you would enter a trade right there. If you are a conservative trader, just above there. That's why I say above 132.63. So when you see a pullback that comes below the speed line and into the green, and then pulls the next, and then you wait for a bullish white candle that closes above the speed line, okay, or above the trade line. Then you can get in. We are in an uptrend. Why? Look at this. Making we're breaking previous highs, so we have a higher high, higher high, higher high, okay. Again, higher high. We have a bounce off the low. The lows are making higher lows, okay? Isn't that the definition of a trend? Okay, so here's a perfect definition of a trend. Price is moving slowly higher, and from here I do see price going higher again, and I've drawn in my target area with this blue line, okay? So I'm trying to make this as easy as I can for you. Now, oil. Oil, last week, if you can remember, I said we would have a bounce higher and then down, right? I mean, look at my last week's video. That's exactly what I said. I had previously drawn in this resistance area, and you can see price did go higher, okay? Just let me take that off. Price did go higher, come back down, okay, and it's coming down even further. So I'm thinking that price is going to come down even further. I've drawn in this support level right here for you guys. So if price comes down, it's going to come down to here and then most likely bounce higher again. Okay, so we're almost reaching record lows for oil in a long time. So it can't go down forever, and at some point it's going to turn around in a big way. Okay, so if you're looking for a big turnaround, you're waiting for oil to come above here or this area right here if it's going to go higher, right? Okay, so let's take that off, and now we move into US Swiss franc. And last week I had an aggressive sell below 0.9983 right there. So, but when I said aggressive sell, I mean that happened on the Sunday Monday trading. I normally don't trade on Sunday Monday, and you can see this is what happened. So that would have been good for about 54 pips. Okay, so for this week I'm looking for, I've got an A for aggressive again. Okay, aggressive buy above 0.9983. Okay, right there. Okay. And then I've got a conservative buy above 10013. So if you're a conservative trader and you're waiting for more clues and you're relying more on price action clues. Look for buys above this level. The aggressive trader will look to get in just above there. Okay, we have green above blue. We're looking for buy trades. Okay, guys, we're looking for buy trades. So buy trade would be looking for a breakout above this speed line. That's what you're doing. This is the speed line right here. You're waiting for one white momentum candle to close above the speed line, then get in. Okay, and again, your first target is there. Your second target would be here. If you're getting in here, then look for a stop loss, aggressive stop loss there, conservative stop loss here. Okay, or below the swing low. Okay, so to the downside, looking at sells below 0.9896. So I've given you all my levels. Let's take a look next week, see what happens, and then report into me. If you took a trade on any of my recommendations, why don't you give me an email? Send me an email and tell me how you're doing. Tell me how you are enjoying my weekly videos. Okay, U.S. Japanese yen. Let's take a look here. Last week, this was one of my losses, mostly winners, and this was a small loss for 30 pips. Again, you can take a look at my last week's video. But for this week, okay, so we've got three levels again here. Right above 113.24, I got an A. A stands for an aggressive buy. Aggressive buy here to the upside. Conservative buy. Conservative traders look for wait for price to come higher, and more of a clue, look for buys above 113.66. Okay, first target is there, second target there, third target would be here. Okay, so and your conservative stop loss would be here if you're getting in. Okay, however, if wait for a candle to break higher, and then you could the aggressive stop loss would be but just below the candle that broke above this speed line. Okay, so we have green above blue. We're primarily looking for buy trades. Okay, and right now price is going sideways. You can see down below the blue line is just sideways. So there is very little momentum in the markets. Why do I say that? Well, after a bounce, let me take that off. After a bounce down and up with these two white candles, we have a little black bearish candle here, little black doji here, so really not much happening. Wait for something more prominent to happen above, especially for the conservative traders above this level here. Okay, so now we move on to, after US Japanese, we're into the cross pairs. First one is Euro British Pound, and you can see we had kind of a false breakout right here. Okay, this is a false breakout. Look at this. Here's a swing high. Take a look to the left side. My cursor swing high. So draw a trend line. This is dynamic resistance. Dynamic resistance is not as strong as static or fixed resistance, or and I'll show you what that means in just a second. So this is dynamic resistance. Let me take that off, and here is, see this right here? This is static resistance. See, so price did come up to retest the previous swing high, bounced down in a big way. This big black candle on Thursday, Friday's candle. Buyers tried to bring it up. See this wick or shadow or tail above the body of the candle, but we're sitting at this very important. See this red dash line and this blue dash line. This is a confluence of major support. The red dash line is the 200 moving average. So you'll have to wait and see what happens. And finally, take a look at the colors. See, here we have pink below blue, which means we're looking for sell trades. Okay, but then we had this huge momentum candle to the upside. Okay, which means momentum buyers are in control. So right now buyers are still in control, and they would be until, if price gets below here, then sellers are in control. But right now buyers are in control. Even if price comes down to about here, it doesn't matter. Okay, so just keep that in mind. price would have to come all the way down below this previous swing low here for us to say that we are in a for sure in a downtrend. But what does this mean when we only have blue? Okay, we only have blue. There is no pink. There is no green. Okay, there's only blue. So we are in what's called a momentum squeeze. I teach you this in this new course. Wait for price to break to the upside or to the downside. So here you're waiting for a breakout, a momentum breakout, and in this case, aggressive breakout would be below 88.18 right there. That's this level. The next level, conservative traders are looking for price to go below 0.8794 before getting in. And of course, the to the upside, price would have to break this previous swing high and look for buy trades above 0.8933. Okay, so hopefully that explains the Euro Japanese yen really quickly. Here I've got an aggressive sell. I've got this arrow. Do you see this arrow right there? Okay. So below 127.76. So because we had we almost broke, well, we pretty well broken this trend line, you see, but just barely. Keep note of this previous swing low here, okay? But aggressive sellers would be looking for sells below 127.76. Conservative sellers would be looking for a sell below 127.45, okay? So that's that explains that. That's the A for aggressive sell, okay? And those are my levels there. And now we move on to our second last pair, guys. This is Euro Audi. Last week was good for a fantastic 110 pips. Take a look at my last week's video, guys. I said buy above 156.54. Buy above 156.54, okay? And that would have happened right. It did happen on the Monday's trading. See this first big white candle. However, getting in here or even here, you would have made some more pips. So that was good in total for 110 pips. Now for this week, looking for buys above 157.64 or sells below 156.47. Make note of this major support here. So price goes lower, keep this in mind. Price may only come down to here. Okay, and finally, British pound, Japanese yen, guys. Okay, so you can see, look to the left side, huge swing up, swing down, swing up, swing down. Okay, so from here I'm looking for buys above 145.57, but I've got two more levels to the downside. Now this, pay attention, guys, okay? Pay attention. I'm waiting for price to come down and swing higher or bounce higher again. Wait for price to come down, and the aggressive buyer this time, I've got our up arrow right there. Pay attention. Okay, so look for buys above 144.24 after price comes down and starts going higher again. So that's what you can do. The seller would be looking for sells below 143.76 and the conservative buyer above 145.57. Take a look there, okay? So that's the explanation for these levels. Right now we have pink below blue. Okay, let's take a look. That really means we're looking for sell trades, okay? And that's why I'm thinking that price from here could still come down. It could break here. It could come down further and then down to this level and then bounce higher again. But or just come down and bounce off this trend line. Dynamic support. Okay, so hopefully I've given you some pretty good explanations on how to read the charts. It's not that hard. Color coding makes things easy for you. Remember, if you're an aggressive trader, you have to learn more about what you're doing. If you're a conservative trader, you just wait for simple clues, okay? And finally, don't forget to click on the subscribe and the like buttons. And guys, send me some comments, okay? Send me any type of comment, whether you're trading, whether you're not trading, what are you scared of, what's working for you. If you like my videos, remember to share this video with your friends. And if you want any more information, contact me. My name is Martin at MSKYJ 007@gmail.com, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week. So guys, take care, safe trading, take care, bye-bye.